Yo, 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 yo. What you saying, everyone? Big up. Hit the likes on the way in. You know what to do by now. Look who's with us, man. I'm probably pure echoey, you know. I've had the carpet ripped out in here today, so I sound bare echoey, but we'll have to deal with it. The man himself is back on the channel, LB. Thanks for coming on, man.
What's happening, boys?
I know. It's been too long, bro. How are you feeling? Mate? Let's just talk about, first of all, we're going to do the player rankings in a short while. But now that the dust has settled from Sunday, how are we feeling then going into this international break on the whole, my mate?
I'm feeling like I want to get my chest out.
Yeah.
And I kind of am getting my chest out. But at the same time, I feel like there's just something in the back of my head that's saying, chill.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't know, man. Like, if you look
at... Are we getting too carried away, bro? Are we?
No, I don't think so. Like, you got to look at it, yeah? We've lost, what, one game in 15? Is that right, yeah?
Yeah.
We've lost one game in 15, yeah? We played Arsenal away, drew. We've played Liverpool at home, won. Napoli, won. And I'm like, it's not like we've Bournemouth, who were second at the time, yeah? Yo, I'm live. Yo, it's LB on the channel, bro. Nah, you know what I'm saying, chat? So it's like, for me, I'm looking at it and I'm going, it's not like we played a bunch of scrubs. And like some dead teams. We played some decent teams and won. So for me, I'm sitting there now thinking, if I can't get my chest out now, when can I get my chest out? After Newcastle? Fair enough. That's a shout. Maybe Newcastle, after the Newcastle game, maybe we go, you know what, the Newcastle game, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one where we get our chest out because it's obviously a big game and that. But I don't know, man. For me, I just don't really see what's stopping us from getting our chest out.
I agree, mate. I don't know what was going on then. Everyone was saying I was freezing and I got chucked out. Am I back? Yeah. Are we good, people? Yeah, this is how I'm feeling, bro. After that game on Sunday, I was on this channel, bro, saying we're gonna win the league and all this, man. But I was so gassed up after the performance, and obviously, I think the usual way that those Liverpool games go. Do you know what I mean? We've had one win in the last 8. The fact that we've kind of broke that hoodoo so early on this season made me just believe in us again, man, that we can get over the line in those big games, because that's really what we've been shit at, really. I mean, even in like the 4 in a row season, like we kind of just spammed like lower level opposition, didn't we? And still weren't the best in the big games. But the fact that we've proved we can do that now,
well, I said that. Funny enough, I did a podcast today with the 9320 boys, and I was speaking about because I've been pretty obsessed with our record against the top 6 over the last couple of years because it's been diabolical. And I was speaking to him about it today, and I'm like, I don't think people realise just how unique that 4-peat year was. Yeah. Because against the top sides, we were shit. Yeah. We played Arsenal home and away. Yeah. Let me just get up the league. Let me get up the fixtures here. Yeah. Premier League. Right, check this out, yeah? This is our madness. Right, so 4-peat year, top 6 sides, right? Arsenal, home and away, drew both games. Yeah. So, sorry, we lost 1-0 away, innit? I think Martinelli last minute, the deflection.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So we lost away, drew at home. Liverpool, drew at home, drew away. Yeah. Chelsea, drew away, drew at home.
Jesus Christ.
Still no fucking wins there.
Not one again.
United, I think we doubled them, didn't we? Yeah, we beat them away and we beat them at home.
They were washed then, though.
Yeah, and then Spurs, we drew away. Sorry, we drew at home and then lost, and then we won the away game, the Akanji Bozo. So the record against the top 6 sides in the
2 wins, bro. 2 wins, is that?
Well, 3. United home and away.
3,
Spurs
2
away.
Against United, yeah.
Yeah. But even then, it's a little bit grim, innit? United and Spurs.
Yeah, who ended up coming like bottom half the season.
Exactly.
After.
So,
yeah.
But the difference is in the 4-peat year, yeah, we only dropped points in 3 games outside the top 6. Can you remember the games?
That we dropped outside of those 6?
Yeah, 3 games. In the whole season, we didn't win only 3 games against non-top 6 sides all season.
In the 4-peat year?
In a 4-peat year, 3 games. Don't look at chat, don't cheat.
Was one Newcastle?
Nope.
Fuck. Brighton?
Nope.
Palace?
Yeah, Palace at home. Remember the game?
Yeah. I think so.
The one where Foden gave the penalty away in the last minute. You remember?
Yeah.
That was 1. And you got 2 more.
And that was a draw?
2-2. Do you remember? It was winning 2-1, and then Foden lost the ball on the halfway line, and then he sprinted back and then gave the penalty away.
I'm trying to think, mate. I'm just trying to think.
2 other games, we dropped points outside the top 6. There was only 3 games in the whole season.
That's crazy, though, to think that.
One of them we lost, and one of them we lost both of them. We lost both of them.
Was Villa one?
Yeah, Villa. That was the one where.
Was that away?
Yeah, we lost 1-0. I can't remember the game though.
It's one of them ones that I just remember. Fucking John McGinn.
Leon Bailey. I swear it was at the deflected. Oh, that was the one where we got fucking caught.
Yeah, it was. It was.
It was a deflected shot again.
I think that was the game. I think they did it 2 years in a row where I thought.
Yeah, they did.
Villa are probably the best team we've played this season.
They beat us 3 years in a row.
Games.
And then what was the last game?
Yeah.
No, don't look at chat. Don't cheat.
Was it home or away?
Away. Hanging game, bro. Hanging.
What score?
2-1 loss. Hanging game. We were crap.
4-peat.
But we got low-key robbed though still, even though we were crap.
Robbed what, by a decision?
Yeah. Low-key robbed, but we were shit. We didn't deserve to win, but we were low-key robbed.
Was it Wolves?
Yeah, Wolves away, innit? You remember?
Wang.
Should have been sent off, innit? You remember when he
was
booked funny and then he slid in.
And then he fucking scored, yeah.
And then he scored, man.
Yeah, fucking despicable.
Yeah,
and you have Liverpool fans, saying how City get all the decisions and all
I know.
Shit like that.
But the thing is, so that's it. That was the only
crazy
in the whole. And I think to be honest with you, I think that 4-peat year, looking back now, and obviously it's easy to do it now, because obviously at the time you just won a league, so you're not going to start going back. You're not going to win a league and then start saying, actually, boys, I'm seeing fucking problems here, innit? Who the fuck's going to do that? What weirdo's going to sit there after you've just won the league and gone, I've seen problems.
But there was feeling around the camp, that we kind of
here's the thing, if you think about it, last year, looking back now, is anyone really surprised? Because you've just come back off the back of a 4-peat year where you couldn't beat any of the top 6 sides. You just had a Ballon d'Or performance year from Rodri and a PFA Player of the Year performance from.
We got carried, didn't we? Really,
from Foden, and you buy Savio and Gundogan, and that's it. Realistically, now looking back, it ain't really that surprising that last year we fell off.
It's true,
because all it took was for a few of those games against the not top 6 sides to not win, and all of a sudden you're finishing 10 points behind whoever won the league, and that's exactly what happened.
Fucking man.
So it's kind of mad, really, because looking back, it's no surprise that last year we fell off. But again, at the time, you've just won the league.
You think that you can just do it over and over and over again?
You just get a bit complacent, innit? And that's why they say staying on the top is the hardest thing, because
let's not forget, Rodri got injured very early on in that season again, so you lose your Ballon d'Or caliber player straight away, and then your backs are right up against the walls, don't you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man! It's mad when you actually see it on paper like that. But even though we did win the league last year in that 4-peat season, I remember still thinking the performances weren't great, towards the end.
We was getting carried, bro, trust me.
We was just about getting over the line, do you know what I mean, in a few of those games. And I feel like we did just trudge over it in the end. And it was as much that the chase of our rivals.
I think Arsenal fucked it when they come to our gaff. When they come to our gaff, because we just drew against Liverpool, right? And I'm pretty sure we was 3 points behind Arsenal when Arsenal come to City Stadium, and we weren't playing particularly well at that point. And I remember thinking to myself, if Arsenal beat us here today, it's over. And they came here, they sat back, they took a point, and then basically Arteta
celebrated it.
they celebrated it. Yeah. Is that full time? Yeah. And then basically, I think what Arteta did that day, was basically say, let's get out of here with a point, and then we'll back ourselves to basically match Manchester City's results.
Which you can't do, can you?
The difference is we went on to win every single game for the rest of the season, and they lost against Villa, so we won the league.
Yeah, you can't.
That was the biggest mistake he's ever made, Arteta, that day.
City. Yeah, it is.
He should have come to Etihad that day and said to his players, "If you win this game, the league is over." And he didn't. He went, "Let's just get out of here with a point, and then we'll just match City's results." Yeah. And of course, that's a fucking risky move.
You can't back yourself against Pep in a running without beating him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bury us,
the guy's done it over and over and over again, no matter how many points we've been behind. Even on the last day with 20 minutes to go in games when we've been second, we still always manage to do it. So you can't just back yourself to better us in a running without trying to get one over us in the meantime. It's crazy tactics from Arteta. And that's why he's a fraud, man. So fuck him. I doubt he'll win anything again this year, and he'll probably get sacked in the summer. So, yeah, big up to him, man. Right, should we crack on with these? We're going to do...
yeah, man.
We're going to open up a conversation about the performances of all the Manchester City players so far this season. Yeah, we're going to do a little ranking system. So we're going to be ranking it like... I'll get it on screen, yeah, and we can talk people through it before we get cracking, innit?
Yeah, man. Sweet.
Here we go.
Rate some players.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we've got S tier. That's for the GOATs, the GOATed performances so far this season. A tier is pretty much like borderline world class, the big performances so far this year. B is like solid. Yeah, solid season so far. Neither there nor thereabouts. C is like kind of meh, like below expectations pretty much. And D's pretty much self-explanatory, man. Like non-existent performances, or we've barely even seen them. So we'll go through each player one by one, open up the conversations about what your expectations was for the player before the year, kind of where we stand with them now, and we'll just crack on from there, yeah?
Yeah, sweet, man.
Big up, man. Right, so first up, it's quite an interesting one to start with, yeah, because it's this guy's had a little bit of split opinions recently. Josko Gvardiol. Where do you stand with Josko at the moment, and where do you think he slides in there? Let's take into account, we've got to take everything into account, yeah. Expectations, kind of the level that you expect him to be at, age, maybe the fact that he's been overplayed. Where do you see him in this list?
I think B.
B?
Yeah.
I
just think solid, yeah. I think that... when we speak about Gvardiol, yeah, we all have mad expectations for Gvardiol. We want him to be the best centre-back in the world. And I feel like when he makes errors, like we do call them out. But I feel like at the same time, yeah, I don't think you got to put those mistakes into context. They ain't clangers. They're just little errors that if you want to be the best centre-back in the world, you can't make. So I think he's been solid. I don't think he's been A, because for me, A is like you've not really been making any mistakes. You've been pretty like mint all season. But for me, he has made a few mistakes. He has looked a little, I don't know at times, but he's not been stinky. So yeah, I think B.
I agree.
Is exactly where I'd put him.
You've got to take last season into account as well. He was probably SA last year, wasn't it? So we already have expectations for him. And he's not quite been up to what he was. He was won our player of the year, didn't he? So we can't really put him A or S this year, based off kind of what we've seen so far. So, yeah, I agree with you. Straight in B there, yeah? First new signing in the list, we've got Ryan Aït-Nouri. Now, we know he's been injured. We know he's not had the minutes that he's probably was expecting because of the guy that's currently in front of him in the squad. But what's been your thoughts on him so far based off the expectation? I know you were big on him coming in, weren't you? I was, to be fair, as well. So where would you rate Aït-Nouri based off what you've seen so far this year?
Well, listen...
I know it's a tough one.
Yeah, he's only played 4 games. He's had an injury, right? So it's going to have to be C or D. You can't put him any higher than C or D. For me, obviously, the injury, like, you know what I'm saying? That's not great. So, but are we going to hold the injury against him? I don't know. For me, yeah, I thought the Brighton game, was it the Brighton game? Yeah, the Brighton game. I thought it was absolutely awful.
Yeah, this is what I mean. When we have seen him, he's not been like, he's not shown us that he
I think it was the Spurs game, if I can remember correctly. I think he played all right in that first 20 minutes before I went off. I think he played all right. The Wolves game, I think he was all right. So yeah, he played the Wolves game all right. Spurs game, I think he was pretty good until he got subbed off. Brighton, I thought he was really bad. And then the Swansea game.
Even Swansea, mate, he got done for their goal, didn't he? Do you know when they ran down that right-hand side?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm going to put him in the D bracket, man.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, just because, like, at the end of the day, yeah, like, he's had the injury, which ain't great. Yeah. He's dropped a stinker, and, yeah, like, he's just been so far off what I've been expecting, so...
We can always come back to it if at the end we don't. Actually, we'll have one rebuttal each.
Yeah, so but just for clarity, I'm not saying D's like some absolute like fucking shit guy. You know
Based off expectations.
Yeah, I'm just saying like, you know, I expected a lot more of him, but obviously he's been injured. But at the same time, it's what it is, isn't it?
We'll both have one rebuttal at the end, yeah. So once the tier list is done, we can have one move each where we can move someone either up or down, yeah. So at the end, if you don't agree with what we've said, then you can move someone. Yeah, one rebuttal each. Right, Huzanov. Again, a player that's been played by injuries, but I'm probably in the same boat as you. When he has been fit, and that run of games that he was fit before the injury, I thought he was fucking class, mate. Where would you put him based off his performances so far?
Yeah, so again, he's only started 5 games for us, but I think in those games he played really, really well. I'd have him. It'd be in the B tier.
Yeah. I'd probably agree, bro.
Because I know he's missed a few games, yeah. But when he did play, I think he's been solid. And he's been playing in a position a couple of the games with right back, which is not a right back. So he's been doing a job that, you know, he's been filling in and helping us out. So I think, C plus B, but I'll stick him in B.
Yeah, I think, mate, if he had that run of games, okay, those 4 games, if he'd done that all season and without the injury, you could probably put him in A or maybe even S. But the fact that obviously he has had the injury, obviously goes against him. But I don't think you can mark him down based off when we have seen him this year. Like sometimes you've seen players that have come in, they've had opportunities here and there. We'll probably get onto him a bit later. And they've not grabbed their opportunity with both hands, and they've not really like performed when the teams needed them. But this guy, for real, in all of those games that he did play at the start of this year, I thought was fucking amazing, mate. Probably I think I said he was our best defender at the time. So I agree with you. I think he slides in B. Above or below Josko?
Nah, just the same, innit? Like,
it's kind of on the same level.
Yeah.
But I agree with you there. Big up Huzanov, man. And it's a bit tricky for him at the moment because, again, there's a player right in front of him who nobody expected to be as good as they have been. And he's probably struggling to try and get in the team to get minutes now because of a certain Portuguese right back. So it's a little bit unfortunate for guys like him.
He'll get a chance. And when he gets his chance, he's got to take it.
He has got to take it. I agree. Right. Nico Gonzalez, mate. Where are we at with this guy, man? Because based off the expectations before this season, based off some of the stuff that even me and you have said together, I don't think anybody expected him to be the levels that he has been the last couple of weeks. So where are we standing with Nico G, man?
I think that you split up the season so far.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got the season so far. If you split it into half, I think the first half was probably an A. The second half, i.e., so that the last 6-7 games is an S.
Shit, yeah. I'd probably agree, you know. We've looked at different
because he wasn't putting in these performances in like the first 5 games of the season. They were sort of like A performances. So for me, first half A, second half S. But overall, I'm going to have to give him an S. Because
this is right, what Lee said there. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Because of the expectations.
Yeah. No, the expectations, the speed, the pressure. Because he's probably going out there. He's not an idiot. He knows what the crack is when he's probably going out there thinking, this team don't work unless City have a decent DM. Yeah, we saw it 2 years ago when Rodri got suspended. We lost all 3 games. We saw it last year when he done his ACL. So Nico Gonzalez knows that when this Manchester City team don't have a DM, we're shit. Yeah. So for me, it has to be an S. You know, has to be an S overall. Yeah, he's not. I don't mean he's played an S every game. I don't think he is. I didn't think he played particularly well against Spurs. Although I thought Pep sort of didn't help him there. But yeah, man, I'll give him S, mate.
I agree, mate. And I think it mainly comes down to the expectations for me. People were saying he's never going to play under Pep. Some people were saying even you might as well sell him at this point because if he's not getting a game over Gundogan, Bernardo Kovacic, he's not really got a chance ever playing for the club, has he? So based off that logic and the conversations that were being had in the summer, to what he is now, people saying mini Rodri and all this, and is Rodri going to get back in the team when he comes back from injury? It's wild, man. It's wild the difference in the fan base nowadays. So I agree with you, man. I think he's got to go to S tier just for the complete, huge step up that he's made, especially in the big games, man. We said we don't want to go too high on him yet because we've not seen him do it against a Liverpool or maybe a Real Madrid in a few weeks. But look what he did on Sunday, man. Again, one of our best players on the pitch again. So I agree with you, man. Straight in S tier for me. Don't know whether he'll be at the top of that S tier by the end, but he's certainly there. Next up, Ortega. We don't need to spend too much time on this one.
He's not
straight
played.
In there, yeah.
Yeah, whack him in D. He's not played, has he?
Straight in D. Omar Marmoush, another guy played by injuries.
Yeah.
Has he impressed you when you've seen him as much as some of the other lads? Where do we stand with Marmoush right now?
He's impressed me in one game. Brighton.
How many has he played? He must have played. He's played a couple. He's played a few, to be fair, and he was in the team at the start.
Marmoush. I got it here. He's played 278 minutes.
Yeah,
he started 2 games. Tottenham, we lost. He should have scored in that game at 0-0.
Yeah, he should have, yeah.
If he scores that, is it a different game? And then Brighton, where he did play well and then got hooked off. And then he's had the injuries. So played well against Swansea. Great goal against Swansea.
But again, can we put too much stock into that? A game against Swansea for a player of his caliber. I know it means something because we progress through to the next round. But like we say, we want to see him doing it against bigger opposition.
I'll give him a C. Just.
Yeah? Above Aït-Nouri then, yeah?
Just.
I
do think he's close to D, though.
He's close to Aït-Nouri, I think, yeah. If you compare them two next to each other based off expectations and what we've seen so far this year, they're probably very, very similar, aren't they? But the fact that maybe Aït-Nouri was a new signing and you'd expect him to come in and hit the ground running, maybe that's gone against him a little bit. But yeah, we're sticking with C for now, yeah?
I think the Brighton performance where he was one of the only good players, and then just the Swansea game where he scored an absolute banger, just gets him into C. But if you want to say D, I wouldn't argue too much.
Yeah, he still grabbed a goal and an assist in the very few games that he's played as well. So regardless of how Marmoush plays, he's one of those weird players, a bit like Salah. Again, can drop a stinker for 80, 85 minutes and then gets a sniff of a chance and he can bury it, can't he? So I think he is one of those players. So it's hard to rate him based off what we've seen this year, but I probably agree with you. I think he's just above Aït-Nouri based off expectations. Right, Nathan Ake, again, a player we've not seen much. Bit of discourse in the fan base about this guy when we have seen him. Has his legs gone? Has he lost his speed? Looks like he's going to get injured every time he's running back towards his own goal. Where do you stand with Ake right now, and where do you think he's kind of?
Well, I've seen Ake is clearly
regarding him leaving in the last couple of days. So.
He's clearly coming to the end of his career at City. He's been a fantastic player for this football club. Never give us any problems. Unbelievable performance in the treble year. But clearly he's coming to the end. Will he leave in January? I've seen a rumour this morning that says apparently we might even get 35 million for him.
Shit.
That'd be wild considering I think we only bought him for 40.
We bought him for 30, I think.
Yeah, it was mad. So, listen, obviously he's not played too much this year. And when he has, he's looked a little slow, but is what it is. That's a result of not playing. So I'll probably put him... Again, if you're telling me that I'm allowed to have expectations, which you said I am, I'll put him in the C bracket.
Yeah, just because you wasn't expecting much from him.
Yeah, because like I wasn't expecting him to really do anything. I knew he was coming into the season as a squad rotational player just to play 20 minutes here, play the Carabao Cup games. And when he's done that, he's been all right. So I think C.
Yeah, it's a close one, I think.
Because if you put him in D, for me, I'm like, what has he done to be in the D bracket?
I think it's more for me. Why I'd probably swing a little bit towards D is if I see him in the team now, I'm a little bit worried. Do you know what I mean? I kind of feel like he's a bit of a weakness. Do you know, if I see him in the back, don't get me wrong. I've not always felt like that about Ake. Like, I've always been confident around his abilities and his ability to defend. But just right now, at this moment in his career, say if Ake had to come in against like a top 6 side, it would be a worry for me. Do you know, when I see him like trying to track back in transition and the fact that he looks like his hamstring's about to snap every time he breaks into a sprint, I would swing a little bit more towards D, but I don't mind a C because I agree with you based off the expectations. We don't expect him to start a lot of games. We do agree that he's probably the 5th choice centre-back.
And how you feel about him in the 11 shouldn't be how you judge him on the scoreboard.
Yeah, true.
It should be how he actually performs in that game.
Yeah.
And he's only started 2 games in the prep, man. I don't remember him being shit in either of them.
Nah, first. So I can get on board with that. If I need to drop him down later with my rebuttal, then I will do. But yeah, let's move on. Savinho. Oh, this is a big one. Everyone spam the chat. Where do we stand with Savio right now? This is probably the guy who split the fan base. Well, I don't even think you could call it a split anymore this year, could you? He's probably the guy that's become the biggest scapegoat at the club. Probably got the most shit from the fan base this year. Where do you currently stand with Savio, LB? And where do we want to probably see him on here?
Well, if we're being completely honest, he has to be in the D bracket.
Oh, there's a couple of B's here, you know. I'm surprised at this. Maybe he has split the fan base. Go on, why are we going D then, mate?
I mean, you've got to be honest with yourself, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, this is his 2nd season. And, like, for me, again, the expectations of the player, I expected a lot more from Savio. So for me, people say he's got assists for Haaland. He's got 1 assist all season. Or 2 assists, sorry. He's got 1 against Villarreal and 1 against Everton. And the 1 against Everton, come on, man. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I think it has to be D, bro. I'm sorry. You know how much I like Savinho. But
God, you got a man of the match in the champs as well, to be fair.
But 1 game, bro. 1 game. You know what I mean? I don't think
I agree. It's not there. The consistency is definitely not there. And he has been poor most of the times he has appeared. So it is between C and D. I do kind of agree. I don't know whether the kind of fan base are also like poisoning my mind, like because you listen to it that much, everyone saying how shit he is, you know, in the ground and stuff like that. It kind of like brainwashes you a bit. But when I think about it, I think
I like Savio, and I'm saying I like Savio, and I think he's in the D.
Right.
I just don't think he's there for now, bro.
What?
I don't think he's been good at all. I think he's had 1 or 2 good games, and he's played now. He started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And bro, the Huddersfield game on the left, he wasn't even good that day.
No.
So
he scored, but he wasn't great.
But it wasn't great. So I'm putting him in the D, man. I think, listen, at the end of the day, you said as part of this year, it's expectations on the player.
That is, you've got to take expectation into it. Yeah.
Did you expect more from Savinho this year?
I did expect more from Savinho because I was one of the ones that said I didn't want to take the 70 million from Spurs. I said he's probably got the ceiling to become one of the best wingers in the world if he. Similar to Doc, I always rated Doku higher than Savio, yeah. But I think there was both a bit of composure away from being world-class wingers. Now, one of them's took that step up and the other has seemed to have plateaued and not really made the improvement yet. Now, he is still young and I have still seen glimpses of it. So I would sway towards C a little bit, but I do get it. Like, he is frustrating, and you have got to take expectations into it. A £70 million bid for a player, and to be putting in the performances that he has. And it feels harsh to use the price tag against him, but that's just a fact, isn't it? That's just a fact.
Yeah, it is. I'm not even using the price tag. I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, I need to see more, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it, bro. And again, yeah, because I'm using expectations, I'm not necessarily saying he's been worse than Marmoush. Yeah. Because Marmoush has been injured. But for me, because you said it's expectations as well, I'm rating the player based off of that.
Well, did you have higher expectations for Savio than you did Marmoush before this year?
No, but Marmoush has been injured. He's only played 4 games.
Okay. Well, Savio's not played that many games, to be fair, mainly because...
Nah, Savio's played bare games, bro. I've got it up here.
He's not started loads, though, has he?
He started
like
1, 2,
I know he started
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches.
2 of them are Carabao, though, aren't they?
No, he didn't start against Swansea.
Did he not? Fair enough.
No. He started against Brentford in the league, Everton in the league, Villa in the league, Villarreal in the Champions League, and Dortmund in the Champions League.
Do you know what? I'll put him there for now, but I'm going to see what you rate someone else.
You might have to use the rebuttal later, innit?
And I might have to use the rebuttal.
Also, once I've done it, yeah, I might change it.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the end, yeah, and we'll see if we need to move any things around, because there are a couple of players that I think have probably been worse than him this year that don't really get as much stick as he does. But we'll get there, yeah? We'll get there and see if we're consistent with it. Right. The Lord and Saviour himself, baptized Jezza, is up next. My guy found God early on this season, and God found his absolutely world-class ball-playing ability, man. Where's this come from, and where are we sticking Jezza Doku, man, in the tier list? There's only one answer, really, in there. Based off expectations, bro.
I'm not sure. I think there's 2 answers. No, I do. I think for me, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's either A or S, right?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I'm looking at Nico Gonzalez, for example, yeah, and he's exceeded my expectations and been mad consistent from day one.
Yeah.
Whereas Doku he took him a few games to start cooking. And then he had like 5 games where he cooked, and then 3 games where he didn't, and now he's cooking again. So I do think there's a shout that it could be A. So it's either A or S, easy. It's not nowhere below A, man.
No, I agree. It's definitely not below A. My argument would be, right, that this guy's expectations were muddied in the summer, man. With all the Rodrigo talk, like, get Doku and Savio out my club, bring this guy in. Like, no one really wanted to even see him in a City shirt this season, bar a few. Everyone said that he wasn't capable of finding players and getting assists. And I mean, I think he's been robbed of about 10 assists already this season. His numbers should actually be a lot higher than they are. I do get it. I do get the argument about he did have a little bit of a dry spell in the middle, but I think that was due to a change of system as well. Pep went back to
it was partly due to
centre-back inverting into midfield. He no longer had the overlap of O'Reilly, which I think I've said all along. That's one of the main reasons why he's cut so hard this year, I think. But based off the expectations, I would swing towards Esme.
But because also, he scored 1 goal in the Premier League so far this season.
Yeah.
So then again, I'm looking at that thinking, S tier. He's got 3 assists. 1 goal? 3 assists in the Premier, 1 goal. So
and bro, he should have 8 assists, man.
S tier to me just seems a little too glazy. I think he's been really good, and I think the way as a fan base we've sort of been glazing him a lot is that obviously good for him, and I think he's obviously clearly reacted to that. But I also think that I don't think he's been on the same level of consistency as Nico Gonzalez. So I put him in the A tier, high up A's. If it was at 8+, I'll put him A+, but I'd stick him in the A tier personally.
Okay. Well, we'll stick him there for now. That could be my rebuttal yet. Because one of my things was always my worries that he couldn't do it in these massive games, and he just dropped arguably the best like Premier League performance of the season against Liverpool of any player this season.
Oh, I hear it. Yeah.
So the fact that he's done that against one of our main rivals, who we never beat, by the way, he gets him so close. But I do get it. There was a little bit of a lull in the middle, wasn't there, where people kind of going,
and he scored one goal in the Premier League, so it's like. Do you know what I mean? If he didn't score that wonder goal against Liverpool, we're sitting there on a bagel.
He's very close. He's very, very close.
He's very close, but I just think that like that's where I'd put him.
All right,
I'd be saying, give me more, bro. Give me more, man.
Yeah, give it. I think most people agree with you. To be fair, man, most people have put A. I think people have agreed that he's close to it, but maybe not quite there yet. And hopefully, if you're watching Jezza, this means you need to be more hungry, man. Getting that F tier by the time we're going to Real Madrid in a few weeks, my guy. Right. Ryan Cherky. Probably another little tricky one. Another one that's kind of been a bit part player this year. Few injuries, few fitness rumours at the start of the season. People saying that Pep's calling him a fat boy and all that. But when we have seen him, he's got that fucking spark, hasn't he, mate, in certain games. Where do you stand with Cherky, man?
One of the easiest ones we've got. It's a B all day long.
Yeah, I agree.
Easiest one of the night. B.
Above Cousinov, Guardiola.
I'd say. I don't know, to be honest.
I'd probably put him below Cousinov, you know. I think Cousinov's had more good games than Cherky has. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cherky's
had some nice moments though, man. Yeah.
Cherky's had higher highs, but he's just not been as consistent as Cousinov has, I don't think.
Yeah, he's had, I won't put them too far away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid B, man. We've just not seen enough of him to have enough good games to push him into A, but he's not been that bad in like some of the games. So yeah, B all day long, easy.
Yeah, and you think I think what goes against him, maybe you think back to the Spurs game, you think to the Liverpool game on Sunday, probably two of the biggest games this year. Not quite stepped up at the biggest.
I kind of like ignore that Spurs game because everyone was shit.
True.
And he still put one on a plate for Haaland.
In that game, he did, to be fair. That's what he's got, man. I think that's what he's absolutely made for. The guy don't even need to look to find Haaland yet. He knows where he's going to be. He's got that Kevin De Bruyne creativity gene, man, where he don't even need to look. First time pass off any foot, and he's finding the guy. We've seen him give assists this year with his head from the halfway line and shit like that, man. He just knows where to put the ball, and that's a guy that we're going to need this year, man, to feed that big robot up front. So yeah, I probably agree with you. It is close. I've seen a few people saying they probably think he should be above Cousinov, saying Cousinov's overrated. I think that's harsh.
Cousinov's not overrated, man.
He's not. And I think Cousinov's just been that little bit more consistent than Cherky. Cherky's had a few games where he's kind of dropped a stinker. So, and I've not seen Cousinov really drop a stinker yet. So he's probably just above him for me. Right. Rico Lewis. Not seen much of him, but yeah, this is coming from someone who's been pretty critical of Rico Lewis in the past year or so. When we have seen him, he's surprised me, to be honest, especially when he's played in midfield. Where are you with Rico?
I think that Rico Lewis gets far too much shit from this fan base. This is a player, that has come through the academy, has been thrown into our team. He's already played like 100 games for City or something at the age of like 20, 21, whatever he is. He's still 20. He's 20. He's 21 next week, actually. And I think on the whole, he's done a great job. He took a lot of shit last year for something that wasn't really his fault. Yeah, because the club decided not to buy a right back last summer and go into the season with I'm sorry to say it, finished Kyle Walker. And then we had to play him right back when Kyle Walker decided to leave us in the shit in January. And he was the one that stepped in. Yeah. This guy loves this football club. Yeah, he loves it. He's a City fan through and through. And I think the way some City fans have spoke about this guy, man, is not right, personally. When this guy's played for us in midfield, I think he's had a good game. I thought the game against Villarreal, he was excellent.
He was good.
The assist for Haaland against Wolves on match day 1 of the season was excellent. Yeah, he didn't
I think
have
that was a standout
game.
performance for me, Villarreal, because going into the game when everyone saw the team, everyone was kind of crashing out.
I wasn't.
Is that
I wasn't.
midfield?
I told him, "What, shut up, man." I said, "Listen, this is going to be decent." So, I think the guy's done all right. I'd give him a B.
Enough to get him B.
Expectations.
But you just said you've got high expectations of him. Like, you rate him.
No, my expectations. I know. No, my expectations are where my expectations for him should be, and my expectations for him, he's meeting them expectations. Squad rotational player. Yeah, that doesn't mean he's been better than like some other players, but like again, from where I believe that he should be this year, he's met those expectations. He's not exceeded them massively, but he's not been. I think B, man. I think B. I put him below Cherki.
I'd probably go C personally, just because I don't think. I mean, he's probably not had the game time to deserve to be in this category with these three. I don't think. I think when he has played, he's probably had that one standout game. Can we put him in B based off?
He played well against Wolves, bro.
Standout game, yeah, he did, but everyone played well against Wolves, and I think that's because how shit they are. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It is C for me, but I'm happy to stick with you. You're the guest for today, and if I need to move it, then I can do. Yeah. So we're going with B, yeah? Bottom of B?
I think bottom of B, yeah. Bottom of B.
Okay, fair enough. The man has spoken. Quite a lot of C's in the chat. D's. Ooh, that's a bit harsh, Predator, man. Come on, bro. D's harsh. Big up to Jordan as well. Appreciate the super chat, my guy. Big up, bro. Right, we're moving on. Matheus Nunes, man. Nobody expected to step up from this guy this year. Talk about that word, expectations. A lot of haters in the fan base going into the season. Again, some fans never wanted to see him again. Alan saying he needs to be a tram driver and all that. A lot of disrespect for this man. Where do you stand with him, LB? I know where I want him.
Matheus Nunes, where do I want him? Well,
it's close. Honest, it's close.
I think, yeah. I think I'm going to put him in A.
Oh, he's bottled it. No.
Yeah, because for me, yeah, I want to make that S below just. Yeah, because again,
go on, give me your reasoning.
Bro, like, you know what I mean? I don't like inflation, man. You know, people just want to be putting all these players in S tier. You know what I mean? You guys want to be putting all these players in S tier, and then you're wondering why the pack of mints is like 10 quid at Aldi. Do you know what I'm saying? You guys have got to have higher, like, fucking thresholds, man, to be putting players in S tier, mate.
Listen, I'm with Tarek, man. Based off expectations this year, for me, into the season. Come on. I think put him in S.
For me, it's A. I think he's on a similar. I think he's below, but I think he's in a similar sort of realm to Jeremy Doku for me. I think he's been very good, but like again, for me, bro, I'm saying
assists as well, bro. You like the numbers?
But he's had 2.
Yeah, from right back though.
Yeah, but he started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. So it's not like amazing, you know what I mean?
Well, he's chipping in as much as most of the wingers are.
No, I get it, but it's not like outrageous. I think A's solid, man. I think he's had a great season. I think A's where I'm at. I think for him to get in the S's, I think I would have needed to see maybe a few more like goal involvements or like some last ditch slide challenges, which we've not really seen because obviously he plays out wide. But I think he's been solid, man.
Do you think if it weren't for the Brighton penalty, it'd be an S? Lewis has just said that.
No, I think.
Are you taking that into account, or
I didn't even think about it. I think that was. I think we might have cooked him after the game, but I think looking back, I think
it's not as bad as it.
It's not as bad. Obviously, at the time during the game and after the game, probably when we do the player ratings, we're probably like cooking him. But I think A's right. I think A's legit.
Fair play, bro. Fair play. I'd personally probably just add him in an S just because of the tumultuous.
Yeah, but then you've got 3 players in your S tier. That means your S tier is just washed.
I get where you're coming from, but I'm not basing it off how good of a player they are. It's how good of a season they've had based off the expectations that I had of them before the year started. So for me, it would be an S just because of the Bozo rumours and we need a right back. We can't go into the season without a right back and all this. The crash out from the fan base. Look, he's done a fucking job there. More than a good job there. He's arguably been one of the best fullbacks in the league this year. So based off those expectations, I would personally have him towards the bottom of S. But we'll move on. It could still change. James Trafford, mate.
James Trafford, yeah. And so
we still need to have a conversation about him because obviously a lot of the fan base, some of them were a bit unhappy with the way this guy was treated when Donnarumma was brought into the club. What have you thought of what you've seen from him, man, so far?
Right, so he's played in 5 games, 3 Prem games, and the 2 Carabao Cup games. The Carabao Cup games, obviously, there was nothing he could do about the Swansea goal. That was top bins, so you can't punish him for that. And then, I don't even remember making a save at Huddersfield. Wolves, he actually made a few good saves. I don't know if you can remember.
He did, mate.
Well, he made a few good saves. Tottenham, huge bozo, killed the game.
That goes against him big time, doesn't it?
It goes against him big time because at 1-0, all right, we weren't playing well, but anything could have happened. You know what I mean? Like in a different mindset, we could have easily got a 1-1 out of that game. So he killed that for us. And then Brighton, to be honest, I don't really remember, but obviously one of the goals was a penalty, so it is what it is. So for me, I'd probably put him in bottom of C tier.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's harsh in it because he's not had a lot of football. When he has played, he's been solid enough, but his first taste of like high pressure Premier League action to do that against Spurs, I mean, it's not ideal, is it? So I'd probably agree with you. He has made some decent saves when he has played, but again, few question marks when we have seen him. So I don't think he can go any higher than that. But again, harsh. Are you on the side of?
Is it harsh?
No. I mean,
what people want to put him in the B tier?
No. The question is, are you on the side of the people that are saying about him being mistreated? Do you think it's harsh on him? Do you think it's harsh the way he's been treated, or are you not really asked?
Let's be honest here, yeah. Was James Trafford ever going to come to Manchester City this season and be our number 1 goalkeeper?
Do you think that was the plan all along then? That Donnarumma was always going to come in?
No, I don't think
he probably was going to be before Donnarumma came in.
So, I don't think that's the case at all.
Do you not?
I think the plan was James Trafford was going to come in and be number 2 to Ederson.
So you think Ederson would have stayed if the
I think Ederson. I think the plan was Ederson was going to stay, and then so we signed James Trafford, and then I think after the Club World Cup, Ederson's head was just gone and was like, "Yo, I gotta fucking get out of here, mate." Yeah, and then he decided I'm getting off, and then City were like, "Well, we're not ready to have James Trafford as our number 1 goalkeeper. Let's go and get Donnarumma." So actually, nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed for him is that he's going to have to be sold in January or the summer and go and take a number 1 spot elsewhere. But in terms of playing football this year, nothing's changed. All right, he doesn't become number 1 goalkeeper at Manchester City, but he'll go and be number 1 goalkeeper at Newcastle. Newcastle's a massive club.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel, bro, at the end of the day, the guy's probably about 5x his money that he was on at Burnley. So
yeah, true. Probably, yeah. Probably. I mean, I don't know. He seems like a guy that's a kind of cocky and sure of himself. So he's probably like gutted that other way he's been treated. But who cares, man, when you're on that dough, innit? And look what Donnarumma's doing in net now. He's not.
A guy can order a Nando's every day on Uber delivery, and not sweat about his bank account, bro. Isn't
it? Yeah, with today's price of Nando's as well, mate. You've got to be fucking doughed up to do that. I can barely get one,
bro.
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, you know what to put in, bro.
He has played though. To be fair, he's played. Huddersfield.
Yeah, I don't think he was good,
bro. He fell on his ass about 4 times in the.
Well, I'll be deadly serious. Like, if we're doing this on a serious thing, I didn't think he was very good when he come on.
No, he wasn't.
Obviously, things ain't worked out for him. I feel kind of sad for him because obviously at the same, he seems like a nice guy and that, but the guy is not good enough. We should never have signed him in the first place. But the guy,
you always said that, to be fair, didn't you?
I always thought he was overrated. And even when he won the player of the tournament when he was with England, I always just thought that, like,
he was never the best player, was he?
And I always say this, I'm interested to you play football, right? So I'm interested to hear your take. Yeah, I believe that the not under pressure 30, 40 yard ping across the pitch is one of the most overrated skills in the football.
Mate, that's why I stand by on my life, People will cut me for this. This is why I think Paul Scholes is one of the most overrated players in Premier League history, mate. Because he was great at a 40, 50 yard diag, but when it comes to, like, splitting a defence apart of a pass, the guy didn't have it, mate. Like, Stuart Downing's got more assists in the Prem than Paul Scholes, bro. And people try and tell me he's the best passer of all time. Are you off your head?
I've always said it. I think if you're under pressure, different ball game. I get it.
Yeah.
But if you just
when you have loads of time like that,
if you just stood there like that looking for, all right, let me just get the pitching wedge out and then just fucking ping it. Honestly, man, I think it's one of the most overrated skills in football, and people glaze and so I never backed it anyway. On top of that, he was slow, and I think he can only work in a double pivot.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, people. You could have dropped John Joe Shelby into that United team in the late 90s, and he'd have done the exact same job as Paul Scholes. So I don't want to hear it, man. Guy's washed. Right, Phil Foden, moving swiftly on.
Ooh,
expectations. Is it expectations based off what we saw from him last year? Is it expectations based off we know what he's capable of? Where are we going with Phil, man?
All right, okay. So I think Phil Foden has been a bit of an interesting one because I think the first few games of the season, there were promising signs, but we were not too sure, what was going on there.
I think this is a tricky one, man.
I think this is a tricky one as well. If you know what, I'm going to put him in. It's difficult, man, because I think the last couple of games he's been really good, and I thought Liverpool he was.
Yeah, we've got to think about what level we expect from him as well, though. Do you know what I mean? I see him as one of the big dogs in the team, man.
All right, let me float this one out there, for dialogue. High B.
I'm exactly the same, bro. I was going to say exactly the same. Yeah, I agree. I think he's high B. I don't think he's quite A. I don't think you can say he's been as good as these two this year based off expectations. The numbers haven't quite matched up for Phil in the Prem this year. I know he's been playing a little bit of a deeper role, but there's been a couple of times where he's had the chance to get an assist and the ball's been a little bit overhit or underhit. It's just not quite been coming off in the final third for me, the level that I'd expect from him. So... and based on that expectations, I think he is probably high.
I'm still waiting for more.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah. Well, I think he's playing all right.
Dogs in it at the end of the day.
I think he's playing well.
Step up.
I think he's playing well. Yeah. I don't think he's playing badly. I think he's playing well. But I think we all know that there's a lot more to come from Foden, and I think that's why he's in the B tier. Because for me, again, it's like Nico Gonzalez. The reason I put Nico Gonzalez in the S tier there is because I don't think there's much more I can squeeze out of this guy. Pause. Yeah, I think he's done. Whereas Doku, I think there's a bit more I can get out of him. Nunes, I think there's a bit more I can get out of him. Foden, I think there's a lot more I can get out of him.
I agree. I completely agree.
That's why he's in the B for me. So high B, first in the B. But yeah, I'm happy with
he's been great the last few games, but he wasn't amazing in the first part of the season. I know he won. Obviously, he didn't hit the ground running. There was a few rumours about what was going on in the summer and before the back end of last season. But again, this guy should be big dog level. Like we were talking, Rodri, Haaland kind of conversations. Yeah, the guy's won us a Premier League on his own. We know what he's capable of, and based off those expectations and that capability, I think it probably is a high B. It might be harsh, and we might come back to it, but we'll stick with it for now. John Stones, mate.
Oh, that's a good one. John Stones obviously started the season at centre half and then got injured, so he lost his position in the team, didn't he? Yeah. So Pep was quite ruthless there. You know what I mean? As soon as he got, I think he must have said to him, as soon as you get injured, you're out of the team. In those games, I don't recall him being amazing, if I'm being completely honest with you. But obviously, he's probably just getting back to full fitness. I'd probably say, I think there was one game, wasn't there, when he played in that centre-back position and inverted forward and he was mega.
Yeah.
What game was that? What game did we play? The treble tactics.
Was it not? It was in the champs on it. Was it not against? Was
Monaco.
It against Villarreal?
It was Monaco.
Monaco.
Yeah, and he was class that day. I'd probably say B tier, and I'd put him either side of Huzanov. I'm not too sure which side. I'd probably say.
Has he been better than Cherki, do you think?
I think because he's played more games than Cherki.
Do you think?
Yeah, I probably would say. And again, it's not necessarily that he's been better than him. It's like my expectations
are lower than Cherki.
Put him below Huzanov.
And I mean, you can probably argue for him as well that he's not been injured as much as he usually is either. So for John Stones, the fact that he has played like as many games as he has and had the availability that he has. I mean, I know he's had a couple of niggles here and there.
I mean, he's already played, bro. Check this out, yeah. Check this mad stat out, yeah. So this season, he's already played for City 700 minutes. Yeah. In the whole of last season, how many minutes you reckon he played?
The whole of last season in the Prem?
No, this all comps. He played 700. All comps this year, he played 700. Last year, in a whole year, all comps, what did he play? Come on.
Did he? Probably not even 1,000, was it?
1,100.
Oh, just over. Fucking hell, that's bad. He's already nearly at it, yeah.
He's already halfway over the whole minutes that he was at last year. So I think he's been decent when he's played.
Which is good for Stones, yeah, and you've got to take that into account, probably, the availability, aren't you? So we're just saying above Cherki then? Or below? Yeah. I'd put him below Cherki, mate. I just think Cherki's had bigger highlights than Stones has. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, think about Cherki's assists, like, to how dangerous he's looked, passing the ball and that. Stones has been solid.
All right, yeah, I'm happy with that.
He's not blown me away, though, like Cherki has in a few games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I don't mind. That's fine.
Yeah, go there. People are getting agged, right, about Rico being in the same tier as Foden. First of all, it's a spectrum, yeah? So he's the bottom of the tier, and Foden's the top of the tier. And it's also based off the expectations we have for the players before the season, yeah? It's not based off the performances overall. It's what we expect from the players and how they've performed based off their expectations. So hold that shut up. Bettinelli. We won't talk about
his best thing. I've seen him go
below or above Calvin.
Above him because his Instagram's pretty cool at times.
What's he putting on there?
I'll put him above Ortega as well.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah.
What, just for vibes?
I think he was on the bench more than Ortega as well.
Fairs, yeah.
He's been available more. And his Instagram, like, he had a good holiday in Dubai, man. It looked sick, so.
I might have to add him on, get his Insta, man.
Get his Insta,
Sounds like a vibe. Right, next up.
Donnarumma.
GG. Change of fortunes this year because of this guy since he's come into the club. Were you all begged for a shot-stopping goalkeeper? And now we've got it. We've got a
play the clip, bro. Play the clip. Who's got the clip of Jay?
You what?
Who's got the clip of Jay?
Yeah, let's not run that.
No. I would say A above Doku.
I don't think you can put him S just off.
He's made 2 errors.
The Arsenal and the flap.
Yeah, I think high A. I think he's above Doku.
High A. Top of that, yeah? Yeah, I agree,
I think so.
I don't think you can put him S yet.
I think for me, the Arsenal, even if you done that flap, yeah, whatever. I think the Arsenal one for me was, I don't think it was great, bro. I can't lie.
Yeah, stuck in no man's land one, in it. That late on in the game as well. And think about how different the title conversation would be now if we just held on in that game, man. I do get this, Predator. The impact has been insane. Like the clean sheets, the way I think just the confidence in the whole back four nowadays is so much different. That's got to go in his favour. But again, I think everyone kind of expected him. Like, the expectations were very high still, weren't they? So as long as he cuts these little errors out.
It's kind of like, yeah, but we knew that was going to happen, innit? So it was like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Like, S is like, you got to be doing more. So you saying, oh, yeah, but the impact of his leadership's madness. Yeah, but we knew that was going to be a madness.
True.
So, I just think he's been amazing.
To the back four, didn't we? And that would
I think he's been amazing, hence the top 8 bracket. But to get in S again, I'm looking at like you've been supreme, mate. Supreme. And for me, he's obviously made a couple of errors. So that just keeps him out of the S tier. Unlucky for him. That's the life of a goalkeeper, I suppose.
Maybe he would be closer to S for me if it was based off my expectations. Because
how much closer can you get to S?
Not much closer than that, to be fair.
Well, there is nowhere. Don't glaze.
I know.
Yeah, you either stick.
I'm not glazing. I'm not glazing. But based off my expectations, I really questioned his kicking, and it has actually. I'm not saying it's impressed me, but it's been a lot better and a lot more assured than I expected it to be.
It has been a lot.
So
better,
he is close to S tier for me. Because my expectations were probably a bit lower than yours, but I'm happy with high B. I think he is probably just above these two guys here. Right. This is an interesting one for me, LB, because it started off so well, and now there's a lot of conversations about this guy currently as well. Lost his place in the team of late, probably might struggle to get back in now based off the last few performances of the team as a whole. Tijjani Reinders, man. What do we do? Tough for me, tough, because I feel harsh because he's obviously very new. But after that Wolves game, bro, my expectations were sky high.
You know what the problem is with this?
Go on.
Is because you're saying expectations, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tell you my honest opinion.
Go on.
And it's a D.
A D? Shit, man.
Well, let me tell you something, yeah?
Go on, tell me your expectations.
My expectations of this guy were out of this world. And then he come into the team, looked mint, and then he's just been bang average all season. And that's the truth. So, unfortunately, like I cannot glaze.
Like, a lot of people saying B, you know. A lot of people saying B, which is crazy, I think.
No, man. No. How can you give him a B? That is mad.
This is the Italian footballer of the year last year. Dropped an all-time performance against Wolves in the first game. And then since then, you could argue has done pretty much fuck all in games.
You can't give him a B. No fucking way. B's like, you're sort of like meeting expectations. B is like meeting expectations.
We've got to go off expectations, chat, man. People were expecting a lot of this guy this year. People were expecting this guy, especially after how our midfield looked last season. How washed our midfield.
If I just said to you at the start of the season, Reinders is going to be that mid that he's going to lose his place.
He's not going to be in the team, exactly.
He's not going to be in the team over Bernardo Silva. And this, he's going to be like, no way, chatting shit.
Exactly. This guy came in as what should have been a guaranteed starter every single game. And he's already got to the point where people don't really want to see him in the starting 11. So because of that, it's close, man. It's close to see. Just because I feel harsh putting him below Trafford. But obviously our expectations weren't as high as they are for Trafford, innit?
Yeah, and you're not saying that he's worse than Trafford.
No, that's not the argument, That's not the argument.
Not the tier list.
Now, this is an interesting one for you. Does he go below Savio? Above Savio? Based off expectations? Ryan Aït-Nouri?
He'd have to go below Savio.
Do you think? Above Aït-Nouri?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, chat. Just to reiterate, this doesn't mean that he's been worse than the other players or better. That's not what it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's rating him based off of your expectations of that player.
Yeah, exactly. Lewis has got it bang on, man. We're not.
Otherwise, we do a ranking of the players from best to worst,
which would be boring because you just put the big who's got the highest rating on FIFA, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going off expectations, guys, and we expected this guy to be a certified baller in the midfield all year, and he's already looking like he's not getting back in the team. So you've got to rate him accordingly, unfortunately. Well, this guy could be the exact opposite then, LB, because again, probably people didn't expect him to be in the team, even though he has been given club captain. So he's made a step up, a lot bigger of a step up than people expected. So where are we putting Bernardo Silva, man? The club captain.
You know what, bro? I'm going to put him in S tier.
S? No, that's crazy, man.
I'm going to put him in S tier.
Above these three.
My expectations for Bernardo Silva this year were
extremely
wild. Limited, based off of last season. He is massively outperforming the levels that I thought he had this season because I didn't think he had this in the tank, the way he's captaining the side, I think is absolutely fantastic. Thought that performance against Liverpool at the weekend was incredible. And again, my expectations for Bernardo were extremely low this season. So I think S tier.
I think that's crazy, bro. I can't lie. I cannot lie. I think that's very reactionary after the weekend. I still don't think he's been amazing. And
I think he's been good this season.
He's been good. I agree he's been good. But was you really expecting Bernardo to be as shit as you're making him out to be? Like, were your expectations for him really that low? Because I still felt last year I could trust him in most of the games more so than a Kovacic and a Gundogan, in my opinion. Like, I still expected him to play a lot of.
No, I couldn't trust him more than Kovacic. That's cut. Kovacic was better than Bernardo Silva last year, hands down.
I don't think he was, man.
I think hands down, Kovacic.
I think he was in certain games, but I trust Bernardo in a team against a big six side over Kovacic every day of the week, in my opinion. A lot of people put A. Quite a lot of people put B as well. If I was going to be honest, probably it might be down to my expectations as well. He would have been here for me, probably just behind Foden.
In B?
Yeah, I'd have had him high B, I think.
Nah, not for me.
I do think he's been good, right? But I don't think he's been like as good as these three. Like these three, I'd say have had world-class performances.
Nah, but it's my expectations, isn't it?
Well, if your expectations of Bernardo were a lot more muddied than mine, because I still rate him as a player. I just hate him when he plays fucking right wing. That's all.
Nah. I'm only kidding.
But yeah, we'll leave him in S.
No. I'm only joking. I'm not putting him in. I'm not putting him in the S tier. I'm gonna put him.
You're not putting him in S. Oh, I stay with Chester.
No, I'm not. I'm not putting him in the S tier. No. But I do just want to highlight that I think the guy has been really good this year, and I think he's been underappreciated.
Do you want to split the difference then and go in between?
Yeah, put him in A tier.
If I think B and you think S, it's
fair. Put him in A tier. Yeah. I just think with Bernardo, I think sometimes his performances go underappreciated.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So maybe I'm just trying to compensate, but
yeah, maybe. I think he is an underappreciated player altogether, man.
And also, like, we've actually got a fucking captain that we can be proud of.
I agree, yeah. The way he's shithousing his way around that pitch against Liverpool on Sunday, man.
Yeah.
I fucking love the guy.
Whack him.
He's always done it against them as well. They hate him, don't they?
Yeah, he rattles them heavy, man.
Yeah, big time. Right. This is an interesting one for me. Oscar Bob, because I know you're very high on this guy. Yep. I think we've even had conversations in the past about who we rate as our best winger at the club at the start of this year. And if I'm not wrong, I think you had this guy above Doku and Savio at the start of this year for best winger. Am I wrong?
Yeah. So that is right.
That is right. So based off those expectations, LB, where are you going to put him? Because this is where my rebuttal might stand at this point.
I'm going to put him in the C tier, and I'm going to put him. I'll put him in between Marmoush and Ake.
See, I think that's absolutely wild.
All right, no, because right.
Like, you tell me then, and then I'll tell you. All right.
Yeah, because for me, I was expecting this guy to have a good year this year.
Yeah.
And he's had I think below performance year, yeah?
Yeah.
But to put him in D, for me, would be mad.
But listen, There's no way this guy's been better than Savio this year. And I know Savio gets a lot of
shit. But Savio's
yeah.
got higher expectations than Bob.
LB, you told me at the start of this season that Bob is our best winger. All right? So that means you had higher expectations for him than Savio. Does it not?
Yeah, but also I'm also taking into consideration the fact, that Bob's in his first breakout year. This is Savio's second year.
I think to have him above Savio is very, very hard.
Yeah, but even again, you told me that that's not how we're doing it.
No, I agree, but your expectations were high of Savio of Oscar Bob this year. In my opinion, you told me he's our best winger at the club in the summer.
So the thing is with Bob, I rate Bob highly, but at the same time, it's his first year. This is Savio's like third, fourth year in professional football, bro.
I think he's very protected, by the fan base. Very protected.
I think rightly so. I think he should be protected. And I said it.
Why?
Because it's his first fucking year, and he was just breaking through last year as a young lad and broke his fucking leg, and he's just come back.
Fine, but he's been back fit for long enough now. And LB, I don't think I've seen him have one good performance all season. Not one.
That's cap, bro.
I genuinely don't think I have.
That's cap, man.
Even against Huddersfield, mate. Like when I've watched him, I just find him so. I find him so negative. It's very similar to Bernardo Silva at right wing. Like
it's very just pass back, pass back. The ball, he's proper techie baller, man.
Listen, and I've got nothing against him because I do think there is a player in there, but based off what I think he's capable of, I think he's been very, very poor this year. And I think to have him above Savio and Reinders is a travesty, if you ask me. But that's your opinion, bro.
I'm not saying he's been better than them. That's the way I'm rating it based off of my expectations.
Okay. When you said Savio in high D before, when I said, right, well, I'll leave him there for now until I see what you say about someone else later down the line. This is the guy I was referring to. So I think for you to put Savio D, but Doku in C, and pretty high C as well, he's above Aki and Trafford in there, I think that's very harsh. Because I think Bob's been worse. And you did call him our best winger.
Bob is in his breakout year in professional football. Savio
is it his breakout year though? I know he's been around the squad for long enough. LB, I know he broke
his breakout year in terms of playing football in the first team.
Right, the guy's 22, man. He probably got a
because he fucking broke his leg. Are we just forgetting that the kid broke his leg? The guy was, smacking.
We've seen him score that last-minute goal against Newcastle and stuff like that, man. He's been around the first team squad for a long time, man. I know.
And then he broke his fucking leg, lad.
I think
it's his first proper season at Manchester City in the first team. Savio, it's his second, and it's his third or fourth year in professional football. There's more expectations on Savio, so the weight of
Savio's 20 though.
Yeah, but he's been playing football longer, and he's never broke his fucking leg.
Well, he's only technically had 1 year at City as well. There's not.
He's had 1 year at City, 1 year at Girona, and then he's probably played somewhere else before that as well. And he's played for Brazil.
I think Bob's really missing something big at the moment. I don't know whether it's his attitude or whether he's just not asked. He's been called out by his national team manager as well for not trying and shit like that. So I think he's getting away with it this year, in my opinion. I think he's getting, and that's probably why he's got a bad attitude.
Well, what did you? All right, let me ask you a question then, right? Yeah. So this is this kid's first season, proper. He's just come back off the back of a leg snap.
It's not just come back.
No, he come back off the back of a leg snap. Then he got his ankle injury, and now he's coming into a team. Yeah. What did you expect from him?
To be able to perform at least against a fucking Huddersfield side in the Carabao Cup.
Right. Well, Savinho has been in his second season and he didn't particularly play well against Huddersfield neither. So is that not worse for him, considering he's in his second year and he's been at Girona, £30 million signing, and he's not just come back off a leg snap? I'd argue that's worse.
Listen, I don't mind you putting him in C. That's not my issue. I think just this comparison here is harsh. And I think it stems from him not being an academy player and is quite hated wrongly by the fan base. I mean, I wouldn't say wrongly. Nobody should be hated, but I just think he's been a lot worse. But based off expectations, I just don't get the expectations argument because you told me he's the best winger at the club. So I don't know how you can have him above Savio. That's my only argument. We'll leave it for now, though.
Yeah, but hang on a minute. Wait a sec. Right. You're acting as if Savio's been clear of Bob.
I'm not saying he's been clear, but I think he's been better. And probably, I think
he's one man of the match game against Villarreal away from being on the same level. Let's be honest.
I think he was good against Dortmund as well.
Right. Okay. But he's not been that great. And I think Savio's lows have been worse than Bob's lows.
See,
what was that game last week, 2 weeks ago, when he come on and he was absolutely fucking horrendous?
Yeah, that was poor. That.
Bob's never dropped a stinker like that.
I don't know, mate. I was at Huddersfield away and watched Bob stink up a whole 90 minutes practically against Championship relegation fodder. So, I don't know. We'll move on, though. We can always come back to it. Kovacic,
day, not been fit, come back for a game.
Above our Instagram star boy, or
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just an injury situation, isn't it? So
we'll stick him above Bettinelli then, yeah. At least he's an active member of the squad when he is there, isn't he? So we'll stick him there.
Yeah. At least when we see him on the bench, it's like, oh yeah, we've got an option in it. Like,
yeah, he might actually play some football this year when he gets the chance. Right. We're finishing strong here, lad. I feel like we're finishing very strong. Nico O'Reilly, local lad, someone from the academy who does deserve the glaze. What tier are we putting this boy in? Local
I don't want to hear no disagreements with this one, but this is superior. Put him in the S tier.
Let's go.
Yeah, again, you can't. There's nothing stopping me from putting him in S tier. I mean, since he's come into the team, he's not done anything wrong. He's been fine for us. He's been mega.
The chat agree. Everyone's saying S, man.
Yeah. You got to find me a reason to not put him in S tier, and I really struggle.
There is none.
If you're going to say A, because obviously you can't say B in it, so you're only saying A or S. So if you're going to say A, you got to give me a reason as to why he's not in S tier.
I agree, man. He's pocketed some of the best wingers in the league this year, and the expectations again. We've just bought a brand new left back who was coming in expecting to be the main man moving forward.
Yeah,
a couple of rumours about Nico O'Reilly potentially leaving in the summer. 20 years old, getting used to a new position. And he's been absolutely outstanding, mate. Not only defensively, 1v1 defending, aerial threat, strong, powerful, but the way he gets forward into those areas. And I think I've said this to you a few times. I think he's one of the main reasons why Jeremy Doku's been so good this year as well, because he drags people away from him. He moves that. He creates that extra space for Jeremy Doku to drift in as well. It can't be anything less than an S. Would you have him above Nico G or below him? Or
that's tough because I actually think that he's been at that level longer than Gonzalez has been at his level.
Yeah.
Because as I said, I think the first half of this season, Gonzalez was at an A and now he's at an S, but I put him in the S. But the level that Nico Gonzalez is currently at is fucking unreal. So
tough, innit?
That is a tough one, man.
You've got to bring expectations into it, like.
Yeah, but
who did you expect more from?
Probably Nico G's a £50 million player.
Yeah. Nico O'Reilly's an academy centre mid.
Who's coming up against
the best left back in the league,
and we don't want Aïnouri to play.
I think I'd put him top before.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd probably move Nico O'Reilly up to number one spot.
I agree, bro. I think the expectations of a young lad like that, completely changing positions, playing against some of the best wingers in world football, and just being consistently world class. He's been the best left back in the league this season. So how can it not be S tier for someone who's 20 years old and it's not even his like the position that he grew up playing? I think it's got to be top of S for me.
Yeah, I hear it, man. Hear it.
Right. We'll save these two for last. Let's go, Rodri. Hard to say. Obviously, he's been out most of the year.
Rodri. Well, let's have a look at the games. obviously he's coming back from injury, so obviously we've got to bear that into into our sort of factoring and the expectations. Therefore, we weren't expecting Rodri. We weren't expecting Ballon d'Or Rodri.
No.
So far, we was expecting a Rodri to come back and have some dodgy games and that.
You're probably still expecting him to be one of our best players, though, wouldn't you? Like if
you probably would. Yeah, I think he has. I think he's. The thing is, as well, Pep didn't help him here because Pep fucked him over, in my opinion, with the games that he was playing in. I think Pep overplayed him personally, so I don't think that helped. So maybe do you have to take that into consideration as well? I'd probably give him C tier.
Yeah.
And I'd probably put him up first.
First of C, yeah. Because he's probably not, even when he has played, like he's been good, but he's still not been like Rodri good, he still looked a little bit rusty, maybe a little bit off the pace. And I know that probably seems harsh, but obviously we do have high expectations of him.
But my expectations of Rodri in this part of the season was that he'd be off the pace. So
not as high as he would be.
That into my, because for me, and the only reason I'm putting him in C is the repeat injuries, which I don't even blame him for. For me, again, if I was to put Rodri in the B tier, it'd be meeting expectations / maybe slightly ahead. And I don't think
it's not met expectations, has it?
It's not, and it's not ahead of him. So for me, I think he's probably slightly below where I'd want him to be.
I agree.
But he's not.
That's the perfect word to say. This B tier is, like we've said, is solid and kind of just meeting the level that we expect. And I know with the injuries, but he's not quite been what we've expected.
But in that case, then I'm going to revisit one at the end.
Well, you remember you get one move at the end, so
I got one move at the end.
Erling Haaland, do I need to ask?
Number one, bro.
One of everyone, yeah.
Yeah. Just
gotta be on it.
Sorry, Nico. Yeah, and the other Nico in it, but
the guy's out of this world, man. The guy's out of this world. Cannot stop scoring. Now, here's a little bit of a question for you. After that penalty miss against Liverpool on Sunday, if we would have gone on to not win that game, would his position on this list be different right now?
No.
Nah,
not for one. I mean, he saved us so many times this season.
I agree. I
just think it was a terrible penalty, and
we've seen it before when we need the minerals in those big opportunities, the FA Cup final when.
You just keep on telling him. I just keep on saying. I tell the team every time I say he takes the pens. Yeah, the last thing you want to start doing is
he's got to keep taking them, hasn't he?
Because that's exactly what happened about 4 years ago. We did this. We went through the same thing when Aguero missed a few, and then he missed a couple, and then he stopped taking them. Then Gundogan missed one, and then someone else missed one, and it was just a shit show. Yeah, it's all right you sitting there, and saying, "Oh, I think we should take Haaland off pens and switch it to someone else." They're then going to be under mad pressure, so they'll miss. And then what you're going to say, move it on. Before you know it, you're in your fifth penalty taker. For me, I wouldn't even deep it that much. I'd just say Haaland just keeps on taking them, and if he misses the next two, he misses the next two. Yeah, and only if it gets really bad, then you might revisit it. But
there's no one really you can turn to or look in the squad that you think, oh yeah, he's be a mint taker either. And when we have changed it in the past, we've seen like your likes of Rodri miss, Gundogan miss, KDB miss a couple. Fucking Raheem Sterling was even trying to grab him at one point.
That was nasty, man.
But he does need to change something. He needs to do something on the training pitch, man, to get them sorted. Because when he takes a dead ball, he just doesn't seem to be striking the ball cleanly enough for me.
Because he's
scuffed and dry.
He's thinking about it too much, man.
Yeah.
Because he's missed a couple now, he's in his own head. He's thinking about it. It's just like, and that's why he just needs to just keep taking them, and it just needs to end the rot, man. But he's been mint this year, man. Unbelievable player. What a player.
And last but not least, we've saved the
Tarkowski,
Yeah. Well, you have to fucking throw that in there before we say it, don't we? The Portuguese Tarkowski, who I've previously called him in the past, My opinions might have changed now, but like I've said, my criticisms were listened to by Ruben. He did go away and work on what I told him to. And you're welcome, fan base and Ruben Dias, because look, you are now reaping the rewards, and your bird probably fancies you even more. So, Ruben Dias, LB.
Yeah.
Where are we putting him, bro?
I would say
a lot of A's here. There was one S as well.
I would say A.
Yeah.
And it would be,
I think, hear me.
Yeah, probably there. I look at, okay, so number one, positive, Ruben Dias is back, yeah?
I agree.
But I still think there's more to come from him.
Yeah.
Again, you know what I mean? I feel like I don't know what it is exactly. Yeah. Maybe it's a big block. Yeah, maybe it's like a big game, big block. I don't know. I still think there's a little bit more to come from him, but he's definitely back. Performances are acceptable level again. Better than acceptable, but they're acceptable. You know what I'm saying? He can stay in the team and that. Whereas, like, bro, I was fully willing to drop this guy this season for Huzanov.
Yeah, I agree.
And long may it continue, because when Ruben Dias is in the team and he's playing well, it's great stuff. So I'm very happy. But I won't put him any higher than that. And there's still a long way to go to get to S tier. I think S tier, I need to see bit more, man. I think there's still more to come from
and him. He does have a good reputation around like the world football and Premier League. Like, people do rate this guy very highly. I think it was only some of the fan base like watching week in, week out that just saw the drop off compared to what he was when he first came to Man City.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, here's my problem is when, like, so I've been calling him out since the 4-Pete year.
Yeah, I have as well. Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, obviously, when you call people out, people think you just don't like him or you got an agenda. But sometimes it can be like, no, I want this guy to be at the levels that he was previously. And you saying that he's not dropping off and that I've got an agenda ain't helping nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're just lying to yourself. And then you get to a point where he's that bad or that ineffective that, like, you want him dropped from the team. And then it becomes common knowledge. And then it's like, told you. This started in the 4-Pete year, in the first half of the 4-Pete year. I remember saying that on my channel. I remember saying in the first half, and then he got better towards the end of the 4-Pete year, and he locked in a little bit, yeah. And then last year he dropped off again, and it's kind of like, don't just because you like him or whatever. Don't just pretend like he was playing good when he clearly wasn't, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he's good, man, and. I really like the fact that we've got a stable back two, man. That was I don't know if chat remember, but that was one of the things I said before the season started. I said, please, let there be a back two. And I remember saying, I had my preference. My preference was Gvardiol and Huzanov at the time. Mm-hmm. But I said, whether it's Gvardiol and Stones, Gvardiol and Diaz, whoever it is, I'm not really that fussed. Yeah. But just stick with it. Because last year was shocking. You know what I mean? The constant changes, 17 centre-back partnerships in the season. Never heard of anything in my life like that before. How many have we had this year? Can't be that many.
No,
about
no,
6,
it's not.
7.
And I think we've needed that consistency, man. Even playing with Donnarumma as well, who's a new goalkeeper. He's always giving him a cuddle and
I think Diaz loves having Donnarumma behind him as well, by the way.
But obviously, the change of system that we've kind of moved to this year has suited Diaz's game more. A lot of my criticisms around him in the past were all based around his lack of pace, his vulnerability to a high line and people running in behind. And now that we've dropped that little bit deeper and Pep's willing to sit in and counter-attack a little bit more, it just suits his game so much more, doesn't it? And, like, he's obviously going to improve in that system. But fair play to him because he has stepped up as well. I was very critical of his heading ability in previous seasons. He's really worked on that.
I tell you one of the other things that was more disappointing than anything. Is talking.
Yeah.
I think he really let us down last year.
Making excuses in the press and that.
One of the things, exactly. One of the things that, like, Ruben Dias was, like, known for, not just his mint performances, but when he spoke with the squad or on the press, it was always like, yo, this ain't fucking good enough, or like, yo, we're going to fucking do this. We're going to grab this game by the throat. And then last year, it was kind of like, Oh yeah, we got a point at United. Boom. Yeah. Oh, I can't remember if that was the year before, but
he said he put on Twitter +1, didn't he?
+1, and I'm like, what are you talking about? This is one of the worst United teams I've ever seen in my life, and you put +1. Yeah, and then it's like the Southampton game.
He moaned about the low block against Southampton.
Blaming the second worst team that's ever been in the Premier League for playing a low block when they try to fucking not get the worst record of all time. Yeah, and it's kind of like, what's happened to you, Ruben, man? Yeah, where's the fucking Ruben that
used to have such high standards?
Stormed into the fucking press conference and gone, can't believe we've just drawn against Southampton, mate. We are washed. We are going to sort this out. Didn't he? Bernardo, and yeah, exactly. So then people can't say, well, they're not going to say that, LB. Well, why did Bernardo Silva say it every fucking game?
He said he come out in the press conference like every game. Teenagers pretty much, didn't he?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva last year, although it was quite funny because I really struggled to watch him on the pitch, but he was one of the only players last season that I could stand listening to after the game. Because he didn't glaze. He just come out and just says it as, because the thing is with Bernardo, yeah, he knows he's leaving at the end of the season and he's won it all. There's nothing really Bernardo can say to piss anyone off that much, innit? You know what I'm saying? Unless he does a Kyle Walker. Yeah. So and if he pisses off a few players, and what? He's only been here for another 6 months and then he's gone. So yeah, I think Bernardo, and Bernardo obviously has earned the right a little bit more because he's been here longer. Although to be fair, Diaz has been out here a while, man. But yeah, exactly. Do you remember when Diaz said that? When they asked him against Real Madrid, he said, yo, what are you going to do about all this pace? And then he went, well, we have some of our own pace. And then the guy was like, yeah, but are you going to be able to handle it? He said, we'll see on the pitch. Aura, confidence. Yeah. Bro, he wouldn't have said that last year. He probably would have gone, yeah, bro, we're cooked, man. I can't lie.
I agree, man. He did lose it last year. Yeah, he lost me anyway. Like, too busy on fucking magazine fronts and doing Lamborghini adverts than actually fucking going into slide tackles and being a big dog in the press. But it looks like he's back, so it's good to see, man. And
again, like, you know, when you're criticizing him, you're only doing that because you want him to get back to the best.
Yeah, and you know what you've seen in the past. Yeah. He was nothing like that treble season, Diaz. So we're right to call it out. That's why I keep saying you're welcome. Because hopefully he fucking watched all the fans saying what they were saying and then fucking switched it up and put some work in the
summer. Let us have a go at your Lamborghini, lad, if you're watching. Trust me. Won't crash it, man.
Right, LB. There's the tier list. Have a quick look at it. Are you happy? You've got one rebuttal now. If you could move someone, swap with someone that you don't agree with right now, what would you change? Or are you happy with how it is?
Yeah, so I'll throw it out there, what I'm thinking. I feel a little harsh on Ake in that I feel like he's kind of doing what I expected him to do this season. And I feel like where I've got him there, I feel he's a little low.
That's what I didn't expect you to go there. I thought he'd be a bit irrelevant to swap around, but
I would actually push him at the top of the C bracket.
Ake, so you've got one swap and you're gonna move Ake above Rodri.
Wait, yeah, but that's not a swap, is it? That's just reordering the thing.
That's what you're gonna do then.
Yeah, that's not a swap. That's
you get one move, Yeah.
Nah, I'm talking like as a swap, like out of one into another, innit? Nah, that's not my swap. So that's that sorted.
That's that sorted. Pushing your luck here, lad.
Yeah, man. I think that to be honest with you,
a few people saying Foden. Do you think Foden deserves a shout up to maybe bottom of A, or are you happy where he is?
There is a shout for that, to be fair. And I think
I've seen a few of the chat say it.
I might, yeah, that's a good one. Don't do it. Yeah, I'm not locking in my answer, but that is a possible shout. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move Foden from B to bottom of A tier. Yeah. I think that's legit. That's locking it in. Yeah,
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Right, here you go. Here's mine. All right. I'm going to let you get involved in this, right? Because I'm going to let you kind of have the option, right? Either he's coming down Oscar Bob is coming down below Savio and Reinders, or I'm moving Savio up above Oscar Bob.
Nah.
One of them's going, because there's no way that I think that Oscar Bob should be above Savio this year, or Reinders. So that's my rebuttal. But you can choose which way you want to do it.
I'm not doing either.
Right, I'll do it then. He's going down.
This is a disgrace.
I've got to do it, man. He's got to. It's
his first season. What did you expect from him, Messi?
Mate, people made this guy out to be the best winger at the club, including you, and he's been
but the standards were the fucking mud, bro.
Look at this. Agree, Jay. Come on,
the
boys.
Standards were so fucking muddied with our wingers at the time.
But you also said that he was the best winger at the club, and based on that,
yes, but I also said that's a major red flag.
Listen, mate, we got one rebuttal each, and that was mine. Yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it now, so you just have to hold that.
I think that's a stinky shout.
I genuinely think
Savio was underperformed more this season than Bob's underperformed. Fact.
No, I disagree. I think Bob's been well worse.
Savio was signed, for 30-odd million quid. He's then just had a bid for £70 million. Yeah, he's in his second season at the football club. He had a season in Spain at Girona. He's probably had a season before that in France. So this is his 4th year of professional first-team football. This is Bob's first.
Mate, he's got about 20 international caps, hasn't he?
Yeah, but Savio's expectations are way higher than Bob's because of how much he's played and the 70 million bid and the fact it's his 4th season. This is Bob's first year. They're not the same.
Right. Well, unfortunately, that's what I'm going to do, man. Sorry. I think I think of all the players in the squad this year, he's probably disappointed me the most. Being real,
that is mad.
I'm being deadly serious.
That is crazy.
I think he's been the most underwhelming player this season that has played like a decent amount of games. I think Savio's had a lot of better moments than Bob has. He's had a good game in the Champions League against Dortmund. He's had a man of the match performance against Villarreal. And this is a guy, and remember, I keep coming back to people saying Bob was the best winger at the club. So I don't know how you can have him in C, but have Savio and Reinders in D, in my opinion.
Because the expectations on those.
Well, the expectations were high for Bob, though. The expectations were high for Bob, though. People have been going, wait till Oscar Bob comes back from injury. He's going to cope. This guy's so talented. Like, he's going to make a difference. He's going to be our starting right winger. And, bro, he's not going to get a game now because every time he's had a chance, he's dropped a stinker and he's not took the opportunity with both hands. So I've got to be honest and I've got to put him down lower than them two, man.
Okay.
If he wants a regular spot in his team, when he gets the opportunity, he needs to do a lot fucking more than what he has been doing.
Listen, Oscar, lad, I fought for you, mate.
I know. Well done, mate.
You fought. I don't have any rebuttals left, mate. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
The rebuttals are done. There we go. The tier list is over. Big up, people. Big up, LB. Thank you for coming on, man. I know we probably ran over a lot longer than what we was expecting to do then. An hour of tier list is fucking crazy work from us to need to be getting paid overtime. But hit the like button. You know what to do. Subscribe if you've not already. Leave a comment. What would your rebuttal be if you could change this one person on this list? I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions, and we'll see if me and LB have been glazing too hard or maybe being too harsh on some people as well. But yeah, big up, man. Anything to say before we go? Looking forward to the national.
I'd have Pep in S tier if we did the manager.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we've got Pep. I agree. Pep straight in S tier if we had
I know for me, 2 L's, Tottenham and Villa. But other than that, I think he's got shit spot on this year. I think he's been mint. And a manager's never going to be perfect every single game.
Pulpe, what you disgusted in, mate? Quick.
What are you disgusted in, mate?
I want to know. If he agrees with you about Bob, I'm going to be pissed off, man.
What are you disgusted with, mate?
He's going to be backing Bob, isn't he? Come on, Pulpe.
People don't like the Reinders, but I really struggle to see how you can get Reinders up there because the expectations were so high.
Exactly. People, if you want A right at the start, yeah, this isn't based off straight up who's been the best players this year. This is based off the expectations, what we had for them, and how they've performed in regards to those expectations. Yeah? So a lot of people were saying this guy's the best midfielder in Italy, come over, should be a starter for the Man City team for the rest of the season, like shooing to start after the midfield troubles that we had last year, and has kind of just fell off since the Wolves game. So that's why he's there. We're not being harsh. We just expect a lot more from him. But yeah, if you think that would be the rebuttal that you'd change, leave it in the comments, people. But yeah, big up LB, man. Thanks for coming on. Fuck international break, but we'll be back soon and hopefully be cooking Arsenal. Be cooking Newcastle away. That's the next game, innit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
man.
I'll come back fully fit and we'll be ready and firing to go, yeah?
Nah, big up, man. Big up chat every time, man. Big up to you guys.
Safe. Peace out, people. See you in a bit.